Okay, Paul, so this is the Nightmaster against the X850 inbuilt IR. We're looking at here 150 metres, yeah?
Yep, we set the Fox out at 150 metres. You can see here we're using the built-in IR.
Yep.
We're switched off and ambient light where there's not much happening. So now we'll switch to the Pulsar X850.
And this is new on the market. This is in direct competition with the Nightmaster 400, yeah?
It is, yep. Both 124.95, similar performance. You'll see here we're focusing down to the spot on the X850. And if you watch closely, you'll see we saw something moving up on the right hand side. And if you watch closely nearer our dog fox, you will see our real fox appearing. Wow. Showing a bit of interest in our dummy and then trotting off.
It's pretty clear. It looks in this shot on a par with the Nightmaster 400, although there doesn't seem to be that much depth. It's still a good picture though there, isn't it?
It is, yep. It is a good picture, yeah. They are very comparable.
You look at the inbuilt IR on the Digisight. There's no comparison. It's clearly better with an add-on, isn't it?
Yeah, the built-in IR illuminator on the Digisight's very grainy and a lot of noise. So here you see we'll switch to the Nightmaster and instantly you can see the results.
There's a difference there straight away. I have to admit, folks. I see that as a more clearer picture, and where I referred to as the depth, there just seems to be a little bit more over the X50. Would you agree? Or
at 150 metres it's negligible, I think.
Yeah.
The thing you got to remember here as well, this is an exported video from an MPR, so it's nowhere near as clear as you actually see through the weapon sight. On the weapon sight we could actually see the chest detail and the legs of our dummy fox, so this is a rubber fox with IR reflective eyes.
And we're back to the ambient light, but this time 200 metres, and this is the maximum distance really sensibly anyone's going to shoot a fox at night time, for example, isn't it?
Yep, this is 200 metres using the built-in IR illuminator. You can see fox is easily identifiable, again clearer through the eyepiece.
Bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad. Back to the ambient light, total difference. Yep. Yeah, it just shows.
So here's the X850 again. Now it's on a spot, so you can see around the outer ring there's a peripheral darker image. This is because the IR has been focused to a spot.
Okay.
You'll see here, there's a lot of glare coming off the grass and foliage in front of us. Of course, you can turn the power down of the X850 if need be.
And that overexposure is caused by the high power. That's one thing to remember.
It's the light reflecting off of the objects because we've got it high power focus. You see here we've opened it up to a spot now, from a spot to a flood.
And it's still clear, you know. I've been up that track and it is very dark there at night time.
It is absolutely, yeah. In ambient light, we could barely see the horizon of the dry stone wall. So we're back to ambient light again here. We'll swap over to the Nightmaster, and this is where the Nightmaster comes into its own. So
okay. This
is the IR built in the Digisight. Again, still a good image, but it's very grainy. You'll see there's a lot of noise and background fuzziness.
You're able, with the 400 and the X50, you're able to distinguish the outline of trees, which is a good thing, isn't it? Because you need to know what your surroundings are.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can see here this is the Nightmaster 400 at 200 metres. There is the Nightmaster 800 for longer distances. So you know we say up to 200 metres on something like the N750 with the 400.
And both these products are ideal for vermin control, aren't they?
Yep, absolutely. You'll see we're zooming in and out using the Digisight built-in digital zoom as well here.
And it's a handy thing, folks, because these attach with a mount onto the side of the weaver rail, don't they?
Yep.
Very easily as well.
So you can align the optics perfectly. You can adjust up, down, left, right to get it perfectly aligned with your optics. The X850 has another system where you adjust a collar and then you can move the lens around to collimate and to align the lens with your optics. A little bit noisier, a little bit more difficult to do in the field, but effectively it does the same thing.
Now this is interesting. 300 metres with a Nightmaster. Now that's a long way off in the field there, and you're looking at there's an animal there. Is that a fox, is it? Or?
Yep, we knew the fox that we'd seen originally when we were using the X850 going down the field. We know there's a path the fox takes quite often, so we just had a scan around, and with the Nightmaster 400 you'll see we picked up the fox straight away. We've got some eye shine now. At 300 metres with the 400 it's a long way off. You can clearly see the eye shine, you can clearly see the body of the fox, you could clearly see the definition of the fox. Again, the image through the eyepiece of the Digisight is much better than the recorded image.
Yeah, and another thing folks, focuses, that dark shadow down the middle, that is supposed to be there, isn't it? That's where it's focused in, isn't it?
Intrinsically, the LED diode of the Nightmaster, this is part of the architecture of this. You'll see there's the actual structure of the chip is reflected through the lens. You can get rid of that by backing off the focus from more of a spot to a flood.
It doesn't in any way dampen the result of the image. What's impressive about that, folks, and what you can see on the video is the lie of the land as well. You're looking at a field there with grass, and there is a small sort of dip in the field there which you're able to clearly see. There's like a line, isn't there, where the fox is and the eye shine, there's like that line.
Yep. So you'll see we'll swap to the X850 here. So again, 300 metres, the fox is still identifiable quite simply. The one thing the X850 lacks is on a spot focus, there's not as much illumination across the full spectrum of your objective lens. You can see the Digisight battery was running quite low at this point, but here's the fox running off the hill.
It's a lot narrower. The peripheral is sort of cut out there, isn't it?
You can adjust it more to a flood, but at the distance we were looking at, we needed the beam as tightly collimated as we possibly could to carry that eye as far as we needed it.
So it's been tested in the field, we've seen the fight, I can see a clear winner. What about yourself?
They're both good devices for the money. It is very, very close. But the X850, it does the job perfectly fine, even out to 300 metres as we can see here. The Nightmaster, does the job exactly the same. If my honest opinion was, I think the Nightmaster 400's got a bit of the edge. It's a little bit sharper, a little bit more depth of field. Yeah, that's the one I would choose. Yeah,
I agree, but two equally good products at the top of the industry. There's nothing that comes close to it for the money. Yeah, I think that 400 edges it in this fight, and it was a fair fight.